Hey, everybody, welcome. Thank you so much. We're back at the When World Unites, HR and AI. However, today is a special. We are actually here at the New Jersey Payroll Conference. And I'm actually here with a really great buddy of mine. His name is Kaplan Mobray. And he was the keynote speaker today, talking about leadership and motivation and change. And actually, I want to talk 2 seconds. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
I want to talk too much. The 2 seconds about your book.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know me, or you guys gonna know about me. I love throwing in promotions.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't have any sponsorship. So if I could throw in some sponsorships for you guys, that's great. So he's got a book coming out, or it's out already,
Yeah.
right? So we got the 10 Ks of personal branding.
Yes.
Right. I think it talks a lot about self image, branding yourself, and how to get there from A to Z. And looks like a really great book. He actually gave me my first coffee since
Right.
he asked back on stealing it. I don't know. Let's see if I can get out of it. So, Kappa, thank you so much. So, first and foremost, tell us a little bit about your book, and then we'll get past that, and then we'll just shoot the breeze.
So the book is called, I'm Kaplan Mobray. The book is called The 10 Ks of Personal Branding. When you think about great brands, that are successful, the brands that we are loyal to, those same principles, when you apply it to yourself, can help you to grow your career. So the book is really written to help people to understand who they are, what they want to be known for, how to create a unique way to be remembered, and then how to package all of that to then grow your career, grow your business, grow your sales, grow your mindset with a level of intentionality. A 10K is a financial audit, but a 10K of your personal brand is actually an audit of yourself. So the book has tons of self-reflection about who you want to be known for, what do you want said about you when you're not in the room, and how do you really create identity, and an identity, a package of consistency that allows you to be known, trusted, remembered, and become a brand yourself.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw in a little bit of a promo on my company.
Yeah.
So I'm with HR1 Systems. So I'm the CEO and founder. And I started 8 years ago.
Wow.
So I literally had no one teaching me
Yeah.
self-branding.
Yes.
So what do I identify myself with?
Yeah.
How do I want to be remembered
Yeah.
when I'm not in that room?
Yeah.
And I really wish I had your book 8 years ago. But it wasn't printed out 8 years ago. Has it been out that long?
It's been out that long.
All right. Where were you 8 years ago? All right, awesome. So this would have been so helpful for me because it's taken me so many trials, good, bad, so many mistakes to try to figure it out. And I really wish I knew your book 8 years ago. I want to talk to you a little bit about the conference and AI.
Yeah.
So here today we're at the payroll conference here in New Jersey. It's their 32nd anniversary, I think, with their conference. And this round, I want to understand, what do you think, right? And this is no interviewing session.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not trying to get all formal and fancy with you. Just easy breezy. Just tell me a little bit about what you think. No filter, right? This is YouTube, so we can say whatever we want. Right?
Yeah.
Reason until we get blocked or our algorithm goes away, right? Just perfect. What do you think about AI and this community here at Vivid Payroll?
Well, I think AI is a tool that is now permeated every facet of business. I think it's HR, which is the connection that really protects the company's brand. It's a steward of people and culture and processes. I believe that AI is the thing that can help people do things better. Oftentimes people think of AI as a replacement, or they're threatened that AI will replace their job. When you think about HR and the augmentation of thinking, the acceleration of processes, the ability to create innovative ways to do things in a quicker, more thought-provoking way, as an assistant to already existing competency, it can be an amazing, extraordinary tool for HR, especially the adoption that can take place in companies.
I love the way you said it. It's an assistant tool, right? People are real. I think the hype now. I think all these companies now, they're all
Yeah.
creating different types of AI agents. They're creating all these different
Yeah.
types of platforms, their own software, their own proprietary.
Yeah.
They're taking all these LLM, databases, and they're starting to create their own versions of agents. Right, an agent is basically a tool like
Yeah.
like a
Okay.
chat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's an agent consistency. I think they're freaking out because I think the media is hyping it up so much, right? Every new
Yeah.
thing that's coming out there, they blow it out of proportion. They make it sound all fancy. They have all
Yeah.
these fancy demos
Yeah.
they're already they're stage stunted,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
pre-prepared to do those, right? But then you look at them and then they freak out. Like, oh my god, AI is like a monster and take my job.
Yeah.
But the reality is exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
It's a tool. Yeah.
Tool, right? And that's, I think, something that we were talking about today in my breakout session. How to use that tool. Why is that tool so important? I love the way that even you're not in HR, you're not in payroll, right?
No, but I'm in. I believe I'm in every industry. Even as as a speaker and a consultant, I believe I'm in every industry, and I've spoken to executives, professionals, groups in multiple industries. One thing I see with AI as the advent, a lot of people are looking at this new technology that is transformative, which it is. But to get to the transformative nature of the technology, you have to have a transformative mindset in yourself. And I believe that the people who are, kind of afraid of AI replacing their job or afraid of adopting the tool, embracing chatbot, learning the language, learning the prompt engineering, which is now how you ask the questions. Oftentimes it's like they're leaning into something, but they don't know what they're leaning into, or they're afraid, resistant because they don't know what they're leaning into. The fact is, we have to change mindset to then create adoption. So with AI, the mindset is, let me embrace a tool that will help me be even better. So if you just took that mindset and AI is a solution, one of many, then you'd say, let me learn more about this tool because I'm going to optimize my ability to be productive. And now it's a tool that I should embrace, learn about, just like we had to learn the internet.
What do you think is going to change your industry as a consultant, especially in brand marketing?
Yeah,
where AI is doing all these fancy technical
yeah,
languages.
AI is quick. I think AI will, for me in my industry, no, I'm excited. Yeah, I think I'm so excited about the opportunity to accelerate the delivery of content. So I think for the speed to market, the speed for innovation, I already bring as a content producer, thought leader, my goal every day is to bring innovative ways to help people think. So I can augment that 10x in not only the way to help people think, but to create new content that sort of accelerates the innovation that I'm already bringing. It can be extremely powerful.
So here's the thing, though. Let me give you an example, and I love this because you talked about speed.
Yeah.
And AI is super fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's thinking for us 10 times faster. When it takes us, for example, I'm in school right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting my doctorates in education.
Yeah.
And for me to write a paper, I need a minimum, just 4 or 5,
Yeah.
maybe 7 if I'm pushing it.
Yeah.
Right, paper.
Yeah.
It takes me about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Right, just to be thoughtful, to do
Yeah.
the research, be able to put the research and my ideas,
Yeah.
merge them together, and kind of bring some kind of quality presentation. Takes me about 4 or 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
If you throw it into ChatGPT, man, I mean, it'll pop out 50 pages
Yeah.
in like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So you were talking about speed. So, and you're in marketing, you're a brand.
Yeah.
I'm the 30 curve.
Yeah.
Right? So I was watching another YouTube contenter, and she was talking about how some companies are so much more successful than others, or how some people
Yeah.
are more successful. And she used an example of Ryan Reynolds. So she says Ryan Reynolds is not a millionaire or a multi-billionaire or a really famous for. We didn't get most of his money from doing the movies. Deadpool and some others.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that
Yeah.
the Green Lantern
Right. Flopped, right.
that
Which is unfortunate because I love everything green. I love everything green.
I love Ryan
Actually, I wanted to be the Green Lantern when I was good. Spider-Man and the Green Lantern are my heroes. Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
I love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds was perfect for that role. Unfortunately, just didn't do well. However, how did he make his money? He made his money. Guess how? He has a marketing company.
Yeah.
And guess what they do in the marketing company? They find out a new product, a new technology that's coming out, that's just coming out, just starting to do their marketing. He flips it, and within 24 hours, he has content, he has language, he has imagery, he has a network of YouTubers, influencers, other marketing companies ready to deploy within 24 hours.
Wow.
So the speed and the efficiency and the amount of content and preparedness that he can get ready in a 24-hour turnaround from a human perspective is what makes him his millions. Right? That's where he makes all his money.
Yeah.
Now, with AI, 24 hours per hour.
Yeah.
Now, bring
So,
it back to you, bring it back to anybody in the market. I mean,
well, I think,
tell me what you think. I mean,
so,
do you think you can leverage that too? And turn around? Or is that just unrealistic?
no, I think in this industry, I mean, when I wrote my book, I talk about you want the goal or you sign up for the commitment. I had a 80-hour-a-week job. 80-hour-a-week job and life. And the fact is, I said I want to write a book, but to write a book, I had to live on 4 hours of sleep for a year. So I chopped up, I chopped up a ruler and said, this is when you get, so 9 to 2, I wrote every night for a year to get the book out. And the book,
You get your doctorate too?
no, but I got my doctorate in effort and discipline, a doctorate in discipline. I got a PhD in discipline. So speed to market equals speed to money. So if you look at that concept, you may not be the most competent, most known, but sometimes you get there faster because of your effort. The things that you do when people are sleeping, the you out efforting someone, and then AI can help you do that. So yeah.
Your book talks about quality.
Yeah.
Is that quality? 24 hours? Is speed equal quality, or does diminish quality?
So it's a great question. So quality has to be your standard before you even tackle speed. So if your standard is high quality, high standard, that's the gate, that's the lens that you do everything with. So if speed isn't gonna diminish it because the speed was only a byproduct of what you already do, which is quality. So you have to kind of have that standard first. It doesn't matter what I'm gonna put out a quality piece of content. I'm just going to do it faster, as opposed to I'm going to do it fast and compromise quality. That's different. So the standard drives the effort, which drives the result, versus the result, and the effort driving the standard. Yeah.
Oh man, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And kind of wrap it up a little bit for you, because I know your time is precious. Would you write another book using AI?
So it's interesting because that first book I wrote. I wrote every single word, every single page, 4 hours of sleep. AI is an assisted tool now. And what AI does, so sometimes when you're writing, a lot of times you're just spent thinking. Sometimes you're even those 4 hours are every night, 2 of those hours sometimes was just thinking. I'm a deep thinker, So AI can help you think. What I personally, there's some people who use AI as a substitute for their own effort, which I don't necessarily agree with. Some people say, I don't have enough time, let me just ChatGPT it. And they literally dumb themselves down. They literally have outsourced their overall competency to AI. And now AI is the voice of them, I want to still be the voice of me. So I don't look at AI as a tool that I would want to replace my authentic, genuine perspective and opinion. I would champion the tool to help me expand, or help me to create a framework, but I don't use it as a replacement tool. I don't, because then you basically make yourself less relevant, and then you rely on AI, which is the assemblage of things that are already out there. Yeah.
Right, we are. AI is what we put into it.
AI is exactly what we put into it. So, I look at it, so, going forward, I think it can be a tool that can help accelerate and expand thinking, but not replace thinking. And my next book, it's called Green. It's called, it's my next, my next book is called Green. It's How to Live a Life of Growth. I always wear a green tie because green is for growth. When you look outside, the things that are green are growing. So, I want people to grow their life, grow their business, grow their mindset, grow their sale, grow their brand, grow their career. So green is a symbol of that. The other symbol I have is I wear these rhino cufflinks. It's a rhinoceros. And I've been wearing them, ever since I started speaking. And a rhino in the jungle is one of the animals that rarely moves backwards. It spends most of its existence in the jungle moving forward. It really doesn't have to move backwards unless it's another rhino, maybe an elephant. So I want to help people move forward in life. So the book is called Green. It's about the mental toughness, which we all need during these times. And the principles are gratitude. You got to reach for something. You got to have the right energy. You got to have excellence as your standard. And you also commit to a non-negotiable.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
non-negotiable. People compromise too often.
Absolutely.
I think
Absolutely.
it's crazy. I see it. So I see it with myself sometimes.
Yeah.
I always sometimes to kind of bow down a little bit and say, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but why?
Why?
Why
Yeah.
did you do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Right.
I need the deal.
Yeah, I need
to, I have a team of 15 people.
Yeah.
I need to feed them all.
Yeah. I mean, your non-negotiable can be a metric, or it can be a value.
One thing I am negotiable on certain things, but one thing I'm not negotiable is integrity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And right now, I'm taking a class on ethics.
Yeah.
And there's one thing I'm so proud of that I can say with myself and confidence.
Yeah.
I have turned down deals because my ethics violates what they're asking me to do. And I'm like, yeah, but it would be making money. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I had a reputation.
Absolutely.
8 years of hard work.
Hard work.
Like you said, I'd be working 24 hours a day in school at the same
Yeah.
time and trying to build a company at the same time.
Yeah.
And that, gratitude.
Gratitude,
Thankful. If I'm thankful for everything that I've done,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you don't have to do it. You get to do it.
When's your book dropping?
This will be a 2025 project. Yeah. So
It's in the works.
it's been in the works.
In editing mode.
It's in the works. But it's a 2025 release project. I'm really excited about it, because I think mental toughness and mental directedness goes along and powers everything. Because life will rattle you. Changes will happen in your life and your career. But if you are disciplined mentally, if you're focused mentally, and commit to this, like I said, high standard, there's so much you can achieve. So I want to help people to have the natural, organic, authentic way to move through life in the midst of change or challenge.
Do you think the AI, since it's artificial, will jeopardize or compromise that whole organic mentality?
I think AI will assist. I think
To turn into cyborgs, half robots.
no, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I think that, they're planting chips in people, and I just think that our processing speed is going to get so much faster. Our perception is going to get so much stronger. So I look at technology and AI specifically as an assistant. We used to walk around with planners. It's an assistant. But I do, and I'm a strong advocate for not having it replace human natural thought, human natural competence, human natural intellect, human natural insight.
So no neural link in your brain?
No, I'm not a. Nothing's going in my brain but my positive thinking and my thoughts. That's it.
I love it. One last takeaway about what your thoughts are on the future of AI and human beings.
Well, I think that, you think about the electric cars as an example. Used to be this pie in the sky thing and this, so futuristic, and now it's become more mainstream. AI will become, at some point, very mainstream, kind of like sending an email, kind of like, the generation today doesn't know what it's like to not be able to video call someone. That's just, it's just the way. So it's going to become like that. Where people, the new norm, but we're just more robust in our ability to aggregate information and use it, and use it, immediately for daily activities and daily life. So I think that's what I see, and then there'll be something new, something new that comes along, and then there'll be a new shiny object, But this one I think is not just a shiny object that's going to go. This one is here to stay. I think it's going to be a part of our existence.
Is it Will Smith's iRobots coming into our homes?
I mean, well, that was actually, the Jetsons were the original. If you remember the Jetsons, that was if you don't know the Jetsons, look it up. You'll see that this was around a long time. I'm youthful, but the Jetsons, look it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it or ChatGPT it.
Yeah, and make sure that they're accurate with the information.
Absolutely.
It's a little iffy with it.
Absolutely. And that's why you have to be authentically you. It has to be an assistant tool, not the tool, because the information still needs to be fact checked. The information sometimes is only dated to a certain amount of years. So AI has to be an assistant, but not a replacement.
You're such an optimist.
I am.
Do you try to be an optimist, or do you try to be a little bit more of a realist? Because you definitely seem like an optimist, but you have so much like realism embedded in that optimism. I feel like you're like the dude that's like walks into like a funeral and be like, "Party, man!"
Yeah, well,
You're
I
Lean
think,
style.
yeah, I mean, yeah, get the second line going,
Down
because
the street with the parade.
I think you have I appreciate the question, because I am an optimist, but I'm also a very practical, realism. I believe that you have a choice as to how you see things in the world. You can, the glass half empty, glass half full, but really you have a choice as to what you see. And the simple but most powerful principle in life is you see what you look for. So if you look for the opportunity in the midst of a really tough challenge, you're going to find the opportunity in the midst of a tough challenge. If you look for the challenge in a challenge, you're going to find the challenge in a challenge. So I believe that, we have the will and the accountability to really own our thoughts, which then owns our perspective. And I just choose to be optimistic. I choose to be real. And I choose to see what can be and happen and make possible, even if something looks uncertain and impossible. Because in the word impossible is possible. And actually the first two letters, I am possible. So impossible actually says there is possibility. You just have to look and find it.
Dude, you are so inspirational. I am so blessed to have you here.
Thank you
so much for doing this very
Awesome.
last minute. So I'm just so blessed. Thank you so much.
And guess what we're going to do? I'm going to sign this book for you.
Dude, I was about to
So
steal it, not
he's
tell
going to
us,
see
I'm
it.
gonna
So
check it in a little bit.
I'm going to take it.
Oh my God.
I'm going to actually sign it for you.
Is this live? No, it's not live.
And this says, live life by decision, not by default.
I love it. You definitely picked the right profession to be in.
So I actually love what I do, but I love when I get to do things like this. All right.
Take it a hug.
Yeah,
Take it a hug.
bring it in. All right.